Imagine a creature, a serpent, but more. Scales gleam like obsidian, eyes blaze with venomous light. This is no ordinary snake. This is the basilisk, the king of serpents. Its gaze, a whispered promise of death, a creature of myth and legend. But what if the stories are true? From the shadowy corners of ancient myths, the basilisk emerges, a creature so terrifying its name alone evokes fear. Born from a monstrous egg, hatched under the baleful gaze of a toad, the basilisk embodies corruption and death. Its legend, a tapestry woven from fear and fascination, spans centuries and cultures. Tales of the basilisk whisper to us from the past, cautionary reminders of the power of belief. A monster lurking in the shadows waiting to strike, or a symbol of our deepest fears given form. The line between myth and reality blurs as we delve into the legend of the basilisk. Join me, dear reader, on a journey. We will explore the origins of this legendary beast. We will uncover its secrets, its powers, and its vulnerabilities. We will trace its slithering path through history, from ancient texts to modern tales. Prepare yourself, for the King of Serpents awaits. Our journey begins in the cradle of civilization, ancient Mesopotamia. Here, among the ruins of forgotten cities, we find the earliest whispers of the basilisk. Known as the Mushushu, it was a monstrous serpent, a guardian deity, often depicted in temples and palaces. The Greeks, inheritors of Mesopotamian lore, embraced the basilisk, christening it with a name that meant Little King. Pliny the Elder, the Roman naturalist, described it in detail. A serpent born not from a mating pair, but from the egg of an old rooster hatched by a toad. Its venom, he claimed, was so potent it could wither plants and shatter stones with a touch. Over time, the legend of the basilisk spread, carried on the winds of trade and conquest. From Rome to Egypt, from Persia to India, the tale took root, evolving with each retelling. New details were added, old ones embellished, creating a tapestry of myth woven from diverse cultural threads. The basilisk became a symbol of death and destruction, a creature to be feared and avoided. But it also represented power, a force of nature that commanded respect. In a world where the line between myth and reality was blurred, the basilisk served as a potent reminder of the unseen forces that shaped human destiny. The basilisk, king of serpents, reigns supreme in the realm of mythical beasts. Its power lies not in brute strength, but in its deadly gaze and venomous breath. Legend tells us that a single glance from this creature can kill a man instantly, turning his blood to ice. Its breath, a noxious fume, withers all life it touches. Plants crumble into dust, animals drop dead in their tracks. Even the earth itself is said to be poisoned by the basilisk's presence. Stories abound of entire villages laid waste, their inhabitants turned to stone by the creature's mere passing. But the basilisk's most fearsome weapon is its gaze. A direct look into its eyes brings instant death. Some tales describe the victim bursting into flames, others speak of their blood turning to acid. Whatever the method, the result is always the same: swift and merciless death. The basilisk's gaze is so potent, it can even kill indirectly. A reflection in a mirror, a pool of water, even a polished shield can become a conduit for its deadly power. This makes the basilisk a nearly impossible foe to confront, for even a glimpse of its reflection can prove fatal. For all its terrifying power, the basilisk is not invincible. Legends whisper of weaknesses, chinks in the armor of this monstrous serpent. These vulnerabilities, passed down through generations of folklore, offer a glimmer of hope against the creature's deadly gaze. One such weakness is the weasel. This small, fierce creature is said to be immune to the basilisk's gaze and venom. Its scent, pungent and offensive to the serpent, drives the basilisk away. In some tales, the weasel is even depicted as the basilisk's natural enemy, engaging in deadly battles with the king of serpents. Another vulnerability lies in the basilisk's own venom. While deadly to most creatures, the venom is said to be neutralized by the tears of a phoenix. This mythical bird, known for its ability to rise from its own ashes, represents life and renewal, a stark contrast to the death embodied by the basilisk. The sound of a rooster crowing is also said to be fatal to the basilisk. This seemingly innocuous sound sends the creature into a frenzy, causing it to thrash about until it dies from exhaustion. The rooster, a symbol of the rising sun and the triumph of light over darkness, represents hope against the basilisk's reign of terror. These weaknesses, while seemingly fantastical, highlight an important aspect of mythology. Even the most powerful creatures have vulnerabilities. They remind us that even in the face of overwhelming fear, there is always hope, and that even the most formidable foes can be defeated. The eternal struggle between predator and prey takes a mythical turn in the legend of the basilisk and the weasel. These creatures, locked in a deadly dance of survival, embody the opposing forces of life and death, light and darkness. The weasel, small and agile, relies on its cunning and ferocity to survive. Its reddish-brown fur, reminiscent of the earth itself, speaks to its grounded nature. Its immunity to the basilisk's venom, whether innate or acquired, makes it a formidable opponent, a David facing down a monstrous Goliath. Some tales depict the weasel as the aggressor, seeking out the basilisk in its lair to destroy it. Others portray the weasel as a protector, defending its territory and young from the serpent's deadly presence. Regardless of the narrative, the weasel's courage and resilience shine through. The basilisk, for all its power, is ultimately vulnerable to the weasel's tenacity. Its size and strength become liabilities against the weasel's agility and ferocity. The weasel, a symbol of resourcefulness and determination, reminds us that even the smallest creature can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. The legend of the basilisk and the weasel serves as a powerful metaphor for the eternal struggle between good and evil, light and darkness. It reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming power, courage and determination can prevail. The legend of the basilisk, like the creature's venomous breath, has seeped into the very fabric of human storytelling. From ancient texts to modern novels, the creature has captured the imaginations of writers and artists for centuries. Pliny the Elder's detailed description in his Natural History cemented the basilisk's place in the Western canon. Medieval bestiaries, those illuminated manuscripts cataloguing real and imagined creatures, often featured the basilisk, its deadly gaze forever frozen in pigments. Leonardo da Vinci, the quintessential Renaissance man, even sketched the basilisk, his drawings capturing both the creature's reptilian menace and a strange, unsettling beauty. The basilisk, it seemed, could be both terrifying and strangely alluring. In literature, the basilisk has been reimagined and reinterpreted countless times. From Chaucer's Canterbury Tales to Shakespeare's Richard III, the creature serves as a symbol of death, corruption, and the dangers of unchecked power. Its image, potent and evocative, adds a layer of menace and intrigue to these classic works. The basilisk's enduring appeal lies in its ability to tap into our primal fears. It represents the unknown, the uncontrollable, the forces that lurk at the edges of our understanding. By confronting these fears through storytelling, we gain a sense of control, a way to process the darkness that exists both within and without. The basilisk, far from being relegated to the dusty shelves of ancient lore, thrives in the digital age. Popular culture, with its insatiable appetite for mythical creatures and monsters, has embraced the basilisk, reinterpreting its legend for a modern audience. In video games, from classic RPGs to sprawling online worlds, the basilisk has become a staple enemy, challenging players with its deadly gaze and venomous breath. Its image, instantly recognizable, strikes fear into the hearts of gamers everywhere. Fantasy literature too has embraced the basilisk. J.K. Rowling famously featured the creature in her Harry Potter series, where it served as a guardian and a symbol of Salazar Slytherin's legacy. Rowling's interpretation, while drawing on established lore, also introduced new elements, such as the basilisk's ability to move through pipes, adding a fresh layer of terror to the creature. The basilisk has even slithered its way onto the silver screen. In films and television shows, it often serves as a formidable foe, its terrifying presence a testament to the enduring power of myth. From Clash of the Titans to Merlin, the basilisk continues to captivate and terrify audiences worldwide. The basilisk's continued presence in popular culture speaks to its enduring appeal. This creature, born of ancient fears and fascinations, continues to resonate with modern audiences, reminding us that even in a world saturated with technology and information, the power of myth endures. The basilisk, more than just a monstrous serpent, embodies a wealth of symbolism and meaning. Its legend, passed down through generations, offers a lens through which to examine our own fears, desires, and the darker aspects of human nature. On a basic level, the basilisk represents death and decay. Its venomous breath, capable of withering plants and turning blood to stone, speaks to the inevitability of decline and the fragility of life. Its association with snakes, often linked to temptation and corruption, further reinforces this connection to our mortality. The basilisk's gaze, deadly and inescapable, can be interpreted as a symbol of the destructive power of fear. Like the creature's victims, we too can be paralyzed by fear, unable to act or think rationally. The basilisk reminds us that fear, while a natural human emotion, can be just as deadly as any venom. However, the basilisk also embodies power and dominance. As the king of serpents, it sits atop the food chain, feared and respected by all who encounter it. This duality, the ability to represent both destruction and power, makes the basilisk such a compelling and enduring figure in mythology. Ultimately, the meaning we ascribe to the basilisk is deeply personal. Its legend, open to interpretation, invites us to confront our own shadow selves, to acknowledge the darkness that resides within us all. By doing so, we can better understand ourselves and the world around us. The basilisk, a creature of myth and legend, continues to fascinate and terrify us centuries after its first appearance in ancient texts. Its slithering form, venomous breath, and deadly gaze have secured its place in the pantheon of mythical beasts. From the ruins of Mesopotamia to the digital landscapes of video games, the basilisk's legend has transcended time and culture. Its story, passed down through generations, has been reshaped and reinterpreted, reflecting the ever-evolving fears and fascinations of humanity. The basilisk's enduring appeal lies in its ability to tap into our primal instincts. It represents the unknown, the uncontrollable, the forces that lurk at the edges of our understanding. By confronting these fears through storytelling, we gain a sense of control, a way to process the darkness that exists both within and without. Whether we encounter it in ancient myths, medieval bestiaries, or modern fantasy novels, the basilisk continues to exert a powerful hold on our imaginations. Its legend, a testament to the enduring power of storytelling, reminds us that even in a world saturated with technology and information, the allure of the unknown remains as potent as ever. The basilisk, a creature of myth, may not roam the earth, but its legend continues to live on, a chilling reminder of the power of belief and the enduring fascination with the unknown.